Hello, 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 and welcome on back. Hey, y'all. What is up? Godem here. We are on the verge of something new today. Yes, we are on the verge of something new today. I'm looking forward to this. Looking to see how this is going to go. Jelly, hey, buddy, welcome on in. Monsley, buddy, how have you been? And I see the kickers. I see, I see we got that kick scam, or not scam, that kick spam early and early. That kick spam came in early, man. That kick spam came in early. So, all right, one quick thing to kind of give you guys an FYI before we hop into a couple things. I'm testing out a new version of OBS. A new version. I mentioned the other day that I was looking at an alternative to OBS, but I'm looking at a basic. It's the plugin I've been using for the main for the multi-stream, but they have a plugin that just kind of reskins the entire OBS, and I gotta say it looks nice. But I am checking out a different chat and activity that I'm used to. I don't know. I like it, but there's a couple things that are missing that I wish was there. There's a couple things missing. I wish I was that was there, but that's all for me to worry about. That's all for me to worry about. It's been a while. You're doing good. Nice. It has been a while. It has been a bit, Mosley. Good to see you back on in today. And you came in for something special. Came in for something special. At least I think it's going to be. I'm hoping it's going to be. So this is the start of a new series. We're starting today, and I'll get into it, and we'll kind of walk through the process as we go, which is why this one might be a little slower. So these streams. So let's just first real quick take a look at the schedule. We got the schedule up. Let's take a look, and there's kick again. There's kick again. I don't know how to get those things to stop, man. I don't know how to get those things to stop. I wish I could, because I can delete messages, but it's only I can't do it based on a phrase. I think it's just a word. So if that's the case, then that would screw somebody else over potentially, and I don't want that to happen. So, and then if I just ban it right now, it's going to come in with a different name. So I don't know what that does. But all right. So here's the new schedule. Obviously, we started this week. Monday, no stream. Tuesday is an AM stream leading into the herd only stream at the end of that AM stream, and that's going to be gameplay. Wednesday, today, and Thursday, PM streams, however, slightly different. They're going to be shorter. They're only going to be about an hour, maybe an hour and a half tops. But these are these Let's Watch streams that we're starting tonight. And then Friday, Saturday will still be PM streams of gameplay. And then Sunday is no stream, kind of just the way it has been for the last month or so, or something like that. Maybe it might be a couple weeks or a couple months. It might be a couple months, but yeah. So that is the new schedule going forward, and the main reason is because we are getting into. Well, I guess that should let's me back up slightly. I don't want to get rambling because I know I'll get rambling at some point later on today, anyways. But basically looking to go back through past content, and take a look. Let me get on over here. Let's switch. Let's switch on over here. Actually, you know what? Let's just go right here. And there's a lot of content on the channel. There's a lot of content. There's 2,500 videos. Look at all these playlists. Now this is 5 years worth of stuff, and I'm looking at some of these going way back from the start. So this would have started December of 2019. I'm looking at some of these and it's like, oh, some of these have got to be rough. And even like The Witcher, I did not complete that. Kingdom Come, I did not complete that. Look at Metro. I got Metro DLC, but I don't have the Metro game. I don't have the actual base game on the channel, but I've got DLC on the channel, which is kind of crazy. And then, of course, got into The Last of Us and just kind of ran away with it since there. So basic what we're looking at doing here is, so if you've not in on the herd streams or have not seen, if you're a herder and not been able to go back and watch that channel update or seen a recent stream where I've talked about briefly, basically what we're looking to do is right now, not unfortunately, but the way the channel is going right now, just being able to stream 6 days a week, 6 hours a day, or even 8 hours or 10 hours, whatever it is, it's not bringing the success that we're looking for and we need, at least at this time. at least at this time. Like I would love to be able to just, stream 6 or 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. And if there was a people and or a team that could go through and make videos off of that content and make content off of that content, that'd be awesome. But we're not there yet, and that's fine though. And that's fine. That's part of the process. That's part of the journey. Like I've always said, obviously we know the journey is always better than the destination, right? That is part of the journey. And not only that, but it's good that it's this way because it's a learning process, right? It's a learning process. And pretty much every job I've ever had, I've always kind of started on a lower level and worked my way up type stuff because you're learning the basics, right? You're learning the basics. So it's fine that it works. It's going this way. But what that means is I can't be streaming 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. So that's 36 hours. And then going back through that 36 hours of content and finding additional content. Because ultimately, what I think I need to do right now is looking to diversify some of the content towards not just streaming. But that does obviously streaming's not going away. And the goal is to get back to more nights, more days of stream, right? So that's the goal is to get back to that again. But I need to diversify it because if I look at the data, once a stream is done, that stream is done. There's not really a lifespan for the stream after the stream ends. A couple of views, but not much. Whereas videos, some of the tips and tricks and some of the other videos, those have the lifespan over the course of years that I'm seeing. And right now, even right now, month to month, some of the most popular viewed videos are videos that I made 5 years ago. It's a tip and trick or something a little unique, right? So that's why I need to get back. I need to get into doing a little bit of everything, right? I mentioned the other day, it's kind of getting that pot going, getting that pot of a lot of all the ingredients so you get the bubbling success. So that's kind of the goal for now. And then so it is going to start a little slow because it's a slower process to do some of the stuff because I haven't done this stuff in a while, if ever. And even when I did do it, I don't know how good it was. So it's gonna be a little slow at start, but once I refine the process, get a little bit quicker, and just get used to it, and becomes hopefully second nature, then we can come back and we can maybe get back to a little bit more of the streaming. All right, so that's the deal. That's the whole idea with this, and that's the goal and what I'm looking to do for the next few months at least, or at least I don't know what that time frame is, but whatever it is, however long it takes for me to get up to speed, basically, right? To get up to speed to where I can go back and we can start doing streams, adding more streams, and then I can easily, because it's second nature, it's a process, go back and kind of go through that material, find the stuff, and boom, I can create that, and then all right, next day here we got this, right? So that is the goal here. Let's just make sure that I'm not missing anything here in chat. Jelly, not that bad. Watched a little bit of the Witcher gameplay. That Witcher gameplay is a little old. That Witcher gameplay is a little old. But yeah, look at all this stuff. We got Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Fallout 76, the Dark Pictures anthology. Once the new one comes out in February, we will be playing that. All the Horizon stuff. Long Dark. I know we got some Long Darkers out there. That's yeah. So I mean, there's just a ton. There's a ton, and it's fun. It's fun without a doubt. It's the friends you make on the journey. Yeah. Without a doubt, Jelly. Without a doubt, it's that's all what comes into, and that's like I said, the journey's more fun than the actual destination at times. So, and like I've always said, also, I mean, obviously playing video games is fun, right? Playing video games is a blast. I mean, that's why we're here, right? Because we love it. But there are times where it's stuff like this, like me learning first editing, right, and then audio, which of course I'll always say it. I'm not happy with the audio, and then now it's lighting, right? Now it's lighting, learning something new at all times. So sometimes the learning process can be more fun. Sometimes it can be very, very frustrating, but sometimes it can be more fun than the actual playing of the video game. So yeah. All right, so here's the goal with this series. Here's this goal with this series, and we're starting off with Fallout 4 because I'm sure there's almost guaranteed with the season 2 of the TV show coming up at the end of this year, and sometime I think it's mid to late December. There's going to be another swelling of interest in Fallout stuff. Obviously, Fallout 4 is more accessible to more people than London, but I do want to, at some point, we're going to get into doing this process with London also. I don't know if I'm going to complete Fallout 4 and then go into London, or we start sprinkling in some London. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then also for each stream, each of these streams, don't know if we're going to do one episode or two episodes. I think today we'll start off with the first two and then kind of see how that goes. And then, because I'll walk you through the process of what we're going to do here, though. Sometimes it can make you mad, at least for me. What are you talking about? The jelly? You talking about the friends or the learning? I mean, you talking about the friends or the learning? I don't know which one you're talking about there. Okay, all right. So, in an effort, the games. Okay, yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, so in an effort to be able to go back through this content, and this is a process I've actually started for a couple of about a week or so now, and it's something I've done in the past, but I got away from it for whatever reason, but now I need to get back into it. So, few of the different series I want to start also. One is going to be something you're gonna eventually see a playlist of a full game playlist. So we just played all those games in Spooktober, right? In October, all those scary horror games. I want to go back through those. I want to make one video that's the entire game, right? Where it's cut, maybe it's cutting out some deaths, maybe it's cutting out all deaths. I don't know. I don't know how that'll work out, but definitely cutting down all the like taking Richard, taking the 5.5 hour breaks, and then the stuff in at the front, and then just kind of trimming it down. Some people might not be interested in a stream. Some people might, especially when a stream's not live, right? Some people might prefer one video over four or five different streams, and then it'll condense it down and be a little a little easier or a little quicker to consume. So we're gonna be on the lookout. There's gonna be a playlist or series started for that for full games, and then another kind of series, couple series I want to get going. Also, are quest series. So, like, let's take so we're taking Fallout here, right? The very first quest. I can't remember what it's called, but something about Sanctuary or something probably. So what I'll do is I'll track all the episodes that quest is in, and then once it's done, I can go back, I can pull that raw video, and I can make a video of just this is this quest, this is that quest, this is this quest right here, right? And then another thing I was saying, especially it's pertinent to Fallout 4 companions, right? So if you learn a lot about companions throughout time, and obviously McCready is like one of the best ones, which is amazing. But being able to put all of McCready's one-on-one heart-to-heart conversations into a video would be nice to have too, right? So things like that. But the only way I can do that is I need to know where that stuff happened, right? So I need to create a database, basically. I need to create a database. I need to know where that stuff happened, because we might talk to like here we're going to talk to Mr. Handy in the to what's his name, not Mr. Handy, what's it, Codsworth. We're going to talk to him in the first episode. We'll probably talk to him for the first 8 episodes, and then 24, and then 36, and then maybe talk to him like to get the final conversation in 112, right? I need to know which videos those are in so I can go back and get those. Same things with the quest. Quest might start in episode 1, 2, 3, and then we finish it in 9. But I need to know where that information is, right? Where that is, what video that's in, so I can go back and get that. So that's why I want to go back and do this, so I can create this database of information, this little, this pot of stuff, so that I can go back and find out where the stuff is. Now, the way I'm going to do this, so let's just go ahead and pull this up for now and pause that real quick. Just pause that real quick. So we're just going to watch it straight off the YouTubes. And then what I'm going to do is, now we're going to have to work through how this is going to work best. You know what? I need to find this. How am I doing? This and that's all right. Can I do one moment? Fallout 4 1. Can I easily find that way? Oh, you know what? I have the title. The title is War Never Changes. Should be able to find this easily. Although I guess I could also go by the date, right? I could also go by the date. June 23rd of 24. June 23rd of 24. Wow, it's been that long. There we go. War never changes. I want to pop this out. Open a new window. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Why is this not popping out? There we go. Okay. So this right here is basically the process that I've been using for all of my video content, for how I track what needs to be edited, what needs to be, or what is already done, what is scheduled, what is posted. I've always done a version of this within Notion. I use Notion for this. So I've always done a version of this, right? So I've already got this going, which is nice. Jelly, there's a settlement that needs your help. I mean, yeah. Doing Preston, that video will never end. That video just does not end. So I've always had this, right? I've always worked off of this and a calendar within Notion for when something's posting, when it posted, and all that stuff, right? So I've already got this built for the entire stuff. Now I don't necessarily have this for. I think I do have this for pretty much every game for the past probably at least 3 years. I have a page like this within Notion built out. But what I need to do is, you see, I've got these things here. So main quest, side quest, location, character, task tracker. I don't know why that's there. I don't know why that one's there. But we need to fill out this information. And I'll show you how this works as we kind of go through it. Now, what I don't know is, can I easily do a, looking to see if we can do a side by side. I don't know if this will be viewable for you guys. We just kind of keep this information, I guess we can make this smaller, make the video larger. It's either that or I just pop up the page whenever we need it. But so kind of let me know what you guys think. If this is looking fine for you, let me know. Monsley never bothered with settlements until the last time played about a year. So I know there are people like that. So what's interesting though, Monsley, is let me at least get something on the screen here. I guess that's a little something. This is probably one of my most played games from back in the day because I mainly did the settlement building. So I know it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, maybe with the Jelly, we'll have to see how everything pops up. I mean, there's always going to be something that's kind of blocked, but we'll see how it's popped up once the game starts playing and where everything is. But we may need to move the cam. But I know there are people that hated the settlement building. So I see where you're coming from there, Monsley. I see where you're coming from there for sure. All right. So also you know what this doesn't have though? Ooh, because I just started a new template. I'm gonna need to. Do some copying pasting here. You know what? I think I need to. What? No, I can do that here. I can do that. Let me get one moment. See, these are the little bits. These are the little bits, right? So there is going to be pausing throughout this, but I thought this would be a cool way for us to watch this together. But there definitely is going to be pausing because I got to keep track of stuff, right? And sometimes there's a lot of stuff, man. Until you start doing this, there's a lot of stuff, and there's some stuff that I might overlook. There's some stuff that I might forget that I'm like, oh, I was tracking that. Need to track that now, type of stuff. But we'll kind of work through all that. Actually, I don't want to do that. Actually, you know what? I can't do that. Can I do this entire thing? All right, so if I do that, all right, so that does bring that in. So this is one that I've done for a recent video. I just need to get rid of the data because we don't need this data in here. Well, I do want. If I take this off, uncheck that. There we go. There we go. So this is the format that I've kind of been going with that I need for all to make sure I'm keeping track of things. You did the bare minimum at one point. Well, yeah, because there is a little bit, and I know that was a contention for the people that did not like settlement building, to where Bethesda was like, well, you don't have to, and then people were like, no, you kind of do make us. You kind of do make us a little bit, right? But yeah, I was big time into that. I was big time into that. Also, I'm gonna have to get used to the, you know how I'm a horrible typer anyways, but typing at an angle is gonna be a little bit different also. All right, so let's start this off. Let's start this off. Do you guys have any questions? Feel free to ask. I'm keeping track of. I'm looking at the screens, but let me know if something is blocked by the camera. But we know something's always gonna be blocked a little bit, right? But if we need to move it, obviously, as with any game, we can move it. That's fine. But we just need to see what we need to move first. We're gonna start this off, and like I said, there are gonna be pauses because I do need to take my notes, and you'll start to see how we build out this database with these fields right here. It'll be kind of interesting, and it's just right up my alley. Kind of keeping track of stuff like this. Richard, hey Richard, welcome on back. Good to see you, Richard. Richard is a twitching. Love to see that. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate that. All right. Let's get this thing rolling. Like I said, we're going to do the first 2 episodes today, and then we'll be back again tomorrow. But let's get it rolling. And then I can speak over it. It might be a little weird. So this is the thing I'm going to have to kind of maybe get used to. Me talking on the video, and then me pausing or making sure I don't talk over myself, so it's not confusing. Also, obviously, let me know if levels are okay. Oh, love that intro, man. Love the intro.
War. War never changes.
Yeah, this is a great intro.
In the year 1945,
looks like it might be a little low.
My great-great-grandfather, serving in the army, wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the U.S. ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Oh.
The world awaited Armageddon.
Jelly's got the hype going.
Instead, something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power. People enjoy
Richard, what's going on? I just explained it.
Domestic robots.
One moment, we'll get into it.
Fusion-powered cars, portable computers.
Look at that thing. Look at that Pip-Boy.
In the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. Peace became a distant memory. It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. And I am afraid. For myself. For my wife. For my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
There it is. There it is. Oh, man, that's so great to hear. Love hearing that. And a great intro, man. And here we are. Fallout 4. Fallout is easily my favorite franchise in gaming. And 4 could be my favorite game of all time. Simply because So real quick, we'll do a pause real quick here because I know Richard's wondering what's going on. Richard, we spent maybe like the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes discussing it. Go back to that. I don't want to put everybody back through that, but we'll go through it as we're going through this yet again though. But this is the let's watch and record, so I can find. I mean, basically what it is. I'm mining content from the old stuff, right? So that we can make new videos, make new shorts, stuff like that. And then Richard's thinking I'm dying already. Richard, this death happened a year ago. This death happened a year ago, buddy.
Because of I love the replay value back in the day with building and
There
all
you
that
go.
stuff. The
There you
settlements,
go.
I
Yep.
absolutely love that.
Settlement building.
Yeah, I mean replay value for me for this game is off the charts. So it's actually surprising that we have not gotten this up on the channel yet, but we are doing that here
For
today.
sure.
So,
For sure.
Yeah, this is our character. This is D. We're gonna be going. I do remember out of the two characters, she had a much better voice, at least I thought, voice and acting than the guy did. So I want to go.
Yeah,
with
and we
that. Hey,
bring
buddy.
D a lot in a lot of our episodes, a lot of our stuff. All right, so right. All right, so there's a bit of a thing there. So this is basically all right. This is where it starts, right? Sorry, do you have to repeat yourself? Oh no, Richard, you're fine, buddy. You're fine. I was just wanted to make sure you're aware that if you want to go back, you can do that real quick. But we'll go through it as we're kind of going through this anyway, so you'll get it. But I just want to make sure you understood why I'm not going through it again, like basically word for word is all. You're good, buddy. Okay, so all right, so we got Codsworth here, right? Now, generally the way I do this though is when we start the conversation with the character. So we'll kind of go through that because obviously it's all in one episode. We'll get all the information anyways. So yeah, so that's fine. Now, I always go back and forth between if I want to keep track of when we find like the magazines, and I probably should. That could probably be a good thing. And then obviously bobbleheads will keep track of what episodes those are in. But yeah, I probably should do that.
Fahrenheit. Proved to perfection. And today's newspaper just delivered.
You know, is that low
All right, it's
again?
over there. All right, we got Grognak.
Grognak the Barbarian and the Jungle of the Bat Babies.
The Bat Babies. Oh, that is terrifying. Nice Radiation King. Oh, I love it. Oh, this is going to feel so good getting back into this.
More of the same.
First of all, who has played Fallout 4? Who has not played Fallout 4? Who has never played a Fallout game? And who is like, what's Fallout? Let me know.
Now, I have not played this for, it's probably been a good 4 or 5 years.
Now sounds like someone made a sticky. I shall attend to young Shaw.
I think we can help
I
out.
was nervous at first, but I'm glad we got Codsworth.
Yeah, let's go check on Sean.
Enjoy your coffee.
You know what? Sorry, guys. I do need a quick 20 seconds. I forgot I left some food out. I need to put away real quick. I don't want to sit out for another hour and a half or so. So I will be right back. All right. We are back. Like I said, 20 seconds, not 2 hours and 10 minutes, Richard. Maudsley, Vegas is a good one. Yeah, Vegas obviously is an all-time favorite. I do want to get it on the channel, and the plan is to play that sometime in December. What I don't know, so this whole time I was thinking about making that we're going to stream Vegas. But now with this new schedule, I might be able to. So I guess I'm gonna have to find out, over the course of the next. Well, I guess it's actually 3 weeks now, a little over 3 weeks. Whoa, I need to start looking into this as to what's gonna give the most time on the channel. As in, like, if I do a playthrough every other day, right? Because I still have Fallout 4 in London going. I know Fallout 4 will not be done. I don't know if London will be done, and those are both playthroughs, right? If I do another playthrough, but so if that was every third day, right? So that means there'd be about 2 hours a week, versus if I streamed it 3 hours, 2 times. Yeah, so streaming we'd get more content out there through streaming. That's basically what I was looking at to see what format would get the most content. Because once again, since season 2 is going to Vegas, I want to have that playthrough rolling at that time. Now I also know I've never played it on PC, and I also know that game just crashes. That game has tons of issues because it's so old, and it's just the way that game is, right? So I know that's an issue, but I do know there's a YouTuber named Gopher that I watch a lot, and he's perfect timing. He's going through and putting together like a mod set specifically for New Vegas. And he's been done quite a few videos and streams talking about that and what's all involved. And then I think maybe the process of him finding out what mods are best and stuff like that. And he's put it together in a package, I believe. So I need to look into that. And I'll probably not be going down that route. But I tend to not like to do mods the first time through. Although I have played that game back in the day, but it's first time on the channel. I tend to not use mods, but that game we might need to use mods because I know it does have issues. So I'll have to be looking into that, and maybe even just starting to play it and just kind of see how it is straight vanilla and see how that goes. Well, so yeah, so we'll have to, but that New Vegas will be coming to the channel sometime in December for sure.
Hey, buddy.
Look at the little guy. Look at the little guy.
That's awesome.
I'll be sweeping up the floors later.
Hey, Codsworth.
Ah, chores and more chores. My endless joy.
All right, nice. And I do remember the book. I do remember
I wonder what
this.
Sean will grow up to be.
Oh, so this is going to be a very, very thorough playthrough. Just kind of give you a heads up.
Worry about the dishes.
For sure.
That's my
For sure. So as of right now, the longest playthrough on the channel is Fallout 76 at like 230 episodes. And that's not even technically complete. This one is, I think 170 is going up this week. We're going to blow 230 away. We're going to blow 230 away. This is going to be the largest playthrough on the channel easily.
I like that. That's your job. I would say this will be 100% platinum, but I think the problem with that is you need to do all the endings.
I'll give him that.
Broken again.
Oh, interesting.
We really need to get those vacation photos developed.
All right, turning that one off.
And it's always interesting to see how crisp and clean
I
this
think I
was
heard-
before the war
Is this guy here?
or before the bombs dropped.
There he is.
Good morning. Vaultec calling.
All right, so here we go. So I just want to make sure I got, all right, there we go. So this is gonna be our first character. So I generally what I do is I build out the notes section. So when I come back to this page, I can kind of see basically an order through the episode of at least a basic idea or structure of what we were doing, right? So this obviously is just intro right now. Intro. So I'm also going to put Vault-Tec rep. And then this is where the fun gets. So we don't have a quest yet, but we do have a character. And you're going to see data. There's already data in here from stuff that I've done from 76 and also stuff that I've been doing over the last week or so. So there's already going to be some data in here, but we're just adding to it. We're just adding to it. We got the Vault-Tec wrap. So I'm not doing intro as a location though. I'm not going to do intro as a location.
Calling.
think I'm trying to listen to this
Openings
over
still
him.
available in the vaults. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
Urgency? What's there? I guess she'll speak it. I have to get used to this.
What's so important?
Why, nothing less than your entire future. If you haven't noticed, ma'am, this country has gone to heck in a handbasket.
In a
If
handbasket.
you'll excuse my language. The big kaboom is... It's inevitable, I'm afraid. And coming sooner than you may think, if you catch my meaning. Now, I know you're a busy woman, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being, a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family's service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
I love his passion.
Sounds great.
Oh, it is. Believe you me. Now, you're already cleared for entrance in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation. I just need to verify some information. That's all.
Tell me more about this vault.
Oh, it has all the amenities of the modern home.
Dude, and then knowing the future with this guy, with this dude, it's crazy. I won't do any spoilers though.
A better future underground. It's not only our mission, it's our passion.
It is our passion. I like that.
The apocalypse?
Interesting. I wonder how many times I'm going to say the same thing here as I did there.
That's the spirit. Now, let's see.
Okay, so I have to remember. So there's gonna be a lot that I don't remember, obviously, because it's been quite a while. I think I know one of the early things I want. Oh shoot, I should have actually probably looked this up. I think supply chains is going to be huge.
Just a quick.
Huge. I already have an idea of what we're.
Sorry, for some reason this is having an issue with pausing at times. But just a quick reminder, things that I'm looking for here. I'm looking for something to be used as a screenshot, something that could be used as a potential short, even if I don't end up using it as a short, and even if it's just like, nah, that's not cool, whatever. Even if it's just a potential that I might be able to do something with, then we'll go. Then I'll track that. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm usually tracking this during in the editing process. So yeah, I do need to be. Yeah, we need to keep timestamps and everything like that. So yeah, okay. So all that stuff, and then obviously, like I said, all of this stuff, these bits here, right here. So that means we might be going back, rewinding, and listening some stuff, maybe a time or two, and that's got me right now thinking I want to listen to this guy's conversation again. I don't know if there may be something that's kind of a little bit interesting that could be a short. I don't know. Let's get back to here.
Urgency? What's there? I guess she'll speak it. I have to get used to this.
What's so important?
Why, nothing less than your entire future. If you haven't noticed, ma'am, this country has gone to heck in a handbasket. If you'll excuse my language. The big kaboom is... It's inevitable, I'm afraid. And coming sooner than you may think.
A lot could be used as tips for the game. Yeah, most definitely. So those are all things that we're looking for in here. So that's where I'm going to ask you guys for some help also. If we come across something, you're like, oh, that would be a cool short. I think that would be a cool short, or that would be something that would be a good tip or trick. Let me know. And not only during these Let's Watches, but also through any gameplay we do going forward, right? If it's a stream, if it's a live stream, first time we're playing something, always, if you see something that kind of clicks with you, let me know. And even if you're not in the stream, leave a comment. Leave a comment, in the video or in the stream, or head on over to Discord and let me know over there somehow, some way. But yeah, let me know. Because yeah, that's the whole point of this is to be able to do stuff like this.
My meaning? Now I know you're a busy woman, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being, a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family's service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
Sounds great.
You know what I think I'm going to do here is I'm just gonna put in here because since this is easy for the first episode, I'm going to put Vault Tech Reps intro to kind of take a look at a potential short through there. Yeah, this first one's pretty easy going through this without a doubt. And also the reason why I could use the help on that stuff is because this, and I talked about this in the Herd Only stream, why I got away from some of this stuff because my mind, and this is a horrible mindset, but my mind often goes to whoever, if I know that everyone knows this, right, type stuff, and I need to get out of that, right, because you don't know, you don't know, and especially if it's somebody that's, because the TV show they're playing for the first time, they certainly don't know stuff, some of these things, so that's why this stuff is kind of important to go through.
Oh, it is. Believe you me. Now, you're already cleared for entrance in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation. I just need to verify some information. That's all.
Tell me more about this vault.
Oh, it has all the amenities of the modern home, I assure you. Not to mention total protection from nuclear radiation and hostile mutants. A better future underground. It's not only our mission, it's our passion.
It is our passion. I like that.
The apocalypse? Well, hell, sign me up.
That's the spirit. Now, let's see.
Okay, so I have to remember.
All right, I'll just go back and
there's gonna be a
see if
lot
there's
that I
anything
don't
throughout that
remember.
entire
Obviously, it's
conversation
been
that might be
quite
useful.
A while. I think I know one of the early things I want. Oh shoot! I should have actually probably looked this up. I think supply chains is going to be huge. Supply chains is going to be huge. I already have an idea of what we're doing for the playthrough, so I'm going to get this a nice. I think if I can remember right, at least somewhat healthy head start. Strength is always going to be, pretty important.
Yeah, I wanted to prioritize supply
Perception,
lanes and
armament
settlements.
awareness, and sixth
early.
sense and affects weapon accuracy and VATS. So, much like in 76, I do not plan on using VATS too much. Probably it'll be most likely, again, like in 76, things that are at my feet and things that fly, little bugs. That's probably the most of what we're going to use that for. So I'm going to hold on some points there. We're definitely going to want... I was going to say we definitely want endurance, but measure of your overall physical fitness affects your total health and the action point drain from sprint. Okay, from sprinting. Yeah, we're going to want that. Intelligence is a measure of your overall mental acuity and affects the number of experience.
You know what, Maudsley? I'm with you. I'm with you. I spent a big portion of my gaming history of evening out pretty much everything. Whenever there was something like this, or whatever, a skill tree, that's pretty much what I always did. But then recently, over the last few years, I've realized that when you at least for me, when I do that, then you're not really great at anything. You know what I mean? You're just you're good at a lot of things, but not great at anything, right? So I've kind of tried to skew away from that a little bit with a lot of my playthroughs later, and trying to lean into something, because that's kind of what an RPG is all about, right? Is getting good at and obviously it's whatever you want it to be, but that's just kind of the way that I've started viewing it. So I've tried to lean in directions, but I don't know if I fully do it the way I should be at times, which is why I'm not really good at doing videos on build videos, right? because of that. Because I've always just been, all right, let's just go across the board the same level for everything. So for sure, I'm with you.
Points earned. Oh, we're gonna want that up. Overall finesse and reflexes. It affects the number of action points and VATS and your ability to sneak. So I'm gonna want sneak. Not too worried about VATS, like I said, but I do remember that there is a point where sneaking got a little OP. So we just put a little bit into that. Overall finesse and finesse and did I read finesse once before? I thought I did. Wow. Oh, it's right there. That's what I read. Okay, so I must have moved. All right, we're back to luck. Measure of your general good fortune and affects the recharge rate of critical hits. Critical hits, so again, I think that's VATS, right? That's all VATS. So we're going to do a little bit. I don't know if I like this perception being 1, though. Environmental awareness and sixth sense. I also do not want to have all the enemies targeted. So I might actually at some point probably turn off the minimap. And then also the thing at the top, the compass.
Yeah, and as you guys know, I'm not a big fan of mini maps, but I don't think there's a way to do that in this game. So I was not able to do that. At least I don't think so. But yeah, we are getting a bit of an interesting build out there.
Is this what I want to go with? It just still seems weird to leave this at 1. I think we're going to need sneak somewhat early because we are playing on survival. So let's get that up. So at least we got 2 in everything. I think this might be what we go with. And then we are looking at, let me get this typed in here real quick.
Yep.
We are doing a brand new character.
Channel favorite D. D is our character.
That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
Hey,
Slams the door right out his face.
That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Definitely. Can we
Good
get some more of that coffee?
I have my moments.
No, we cannot.
Mom, Sean has been changed, but he absolutely refuses.
All right, let's go ahead and put Codsworth in here because I don't think we get to him in episode 1 outside. So let's make sure we get him in here. Codsworth. So he's another. I don't think I need to put Nate in, although I guess we probably should, right? But he's not a character you will ever have anything to do with later on. So that's you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. It's better to have more info than to not have it, right? Without going too crazy. And then once we get a few more elements in here, like I said, I'll show you how it's really cool the way this will start building out. And then I also might want to, so we've already got titles, but I'm also going to want to keep track of maybe going back and doing a subtitle. Because what I've been doing on the recent episodes is putting a little banner on the actual thumbnail itself and then doing a subtitle. So I might go back, we might, as we go through this, go back and change those potentially. We'll see. But I need to kind of keep an idea out for those. And then generally when I'm thinking titles and subtitles, they're pretty much interchangeable. Like I could be like, oh, that'd be a great subtitle, and then it eventually ends up being a title. But then I know or the opposite, right? But I know the one thing I do need to get back to trying to focus on is trying to make the title revolving around something that's searchable on YouTube, right? So like if it's a quest name, something along the lines including that quest name in there, even though we might use a version of that a couple times. So that way, again, if someone starts looking up Quest ABC, and then if I got that in the title, then it just helps with the search, right? So I need to get back to doing that for titles, and maybe we change some titles. Yeah, I mean, maybe we end up changing some titles, but can't change. War never changes. I think we're sold on. I think we're stuck on this one.
Some of that maternal affection you seem to be so good at.
Go ahead, honey. I'll be there in a second to help. Okay?
All right. We got this. We got this. Hey, little guy.
And then we definitely do need Sean, right?
Guy?
My boy isn't giving his mother any trouble, is he? Hey, I fixed that mobile on his crib the other day. Why don't you give it a spin?
Look at the little guy.
That's my boy. On his best behavior, just like his dad. Well, most of the time, anyway. Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
And
You know what I never thought of? Where's this park that he's referring to? Where's the park at on the map that he's referring to? I never thought about that.
what? That's pretty funny. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Sir, Mom, you should come and see this.
Codsworth? What's wrong?
Kodzi?
Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes. Sounds of explosions. We're trying to get confirmation. We seem to have lost contact with our
What did he
affiliate
say?
stations.
Oh no.
We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Oh, and it's out.
We need to get to the vault. Now!
I've got Sean. Let's go.
I
Do we
love
need to
this
grab
scene,
it?
man.
Can
This
I
is
grab
so
my
cool.
phone? No. Kodzi?
Codsworth? Stay safe, honey.
And your family as well, Mom? Oh, my.
Have to admit, that's a bit odd. All right.
Residents of Sanctuary Hills, if you are registered, evacuate to Vault 111 immediately.
Yeah, so we do need to do, we need to put, so generally the way I have been doing this actually is Sanctuary Hills. Although I spelled that horribly wrong. Then we do that, and then we come down. And then we need to put Sanctuary in here, right? This is where you're going to start seeing it build out a little bit. So I need to come in, and I actually should have done these with all the characters. But we're going to go through. We're going to fill this stuff out. So this we know is the location. No quest as of yet. I always like to put the location back in a second time, because you'll see why that is here in a bit. But I do need to find it. There we go. And then characters we're going to put. Oh, they didn't populate up towards the top. Nate Codsworth, Sean, Vault Tech Rep. So if I ever want to, so you can kind of see how this is starting to come out a little bit, right? If I ever want to come back and see what happens in Sanctuary Hills, I can be like, all right, well, these characters were here. This is that's me putting it in again, but I'll show you this in a bit. And then this right here is exactly showing exactly what episodes it's in. And that's just this page right back here. So we close this thing down, and then we come into the Vault Tech Wrap. So when I put the Sanctuary Hills in, that's already there, but I still do need to fill out all of this stuff for the ultimate, the larger database of keeping track of all this stuff. So again, nothing going on there. And then once again, I do put them in. I put it all in that second time. Let's just kind of go through these real quick. No quest. And the reason I put it in a second time, because you'll you'll eventually see it. It ends up being basically a full save or a backup plan. It's a backup plan in case I forget something. Sanctuary Hills. Nate goes in again. And then Sean. Oops. Now, the one thing I do remember was that this database, over time, it does get a little slow because there's just so much data that gets into it. So I did go in and I deleted some stuff. And then I've also played around. So the way I did in Starfield was like each individual thing was its own database. And I didn't do that for this. I don't know if that's the better way to go. But right now it's not fine. Or right now it's fine. It's not bad. But we'll have to see how this plays out. We'll have to see how this plays out. For sure.
Hold on, little guy. Hold on. What happens? Can we pass?
Man, vault's the other way.
Residents of Sanctuary Hills,
We're getting the stare down there.
evacuate to Vault 111 immediately.
That didn't go well.
So I honestly did not know that was the thing.
If you are registered,
I think we're gonna make our way on over there. We could do it at least. Following directions, sir.
Just help me pack it up.
residents of
Whoa, whoa.
Sanctuary Hills, if you are registered,
Out of the way, buddy.
All vault participants, check in at the gate.
That's absurd! I
Not
am
on the
vault
list.
check.
You don't get in.
I'm going in.
Oh, he
This is
can't get in.
hilarious.
Okay. I'm reporting.
Yeah, I think that's
If you're in the program,
pretty good
step
deterrent.
forward. Otherwise, return home.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Infant, adult male, adult female. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
have to admit I have to question your
You two, follow me.
verification
Come on.
skills there.
What's gonna happen to all those people outside the
Doing
gate?
everything we can. Now keep moving. This way.
Most dangerous weapon in the game right there. A vertibird.
Is the big guy gonna drop on me?
That's a good point, Maudsley. Yeah, for sure.
In the center.
Unless he went back to his van and input it into a Pip Boy, right? But you're 100% right.
Almost there. Is Sean okay?
He's fine. We're gonna be okay. I love you.
Oh my God!
Hold on!
That is so cool.
It is. It is. Boom. Into the vault.
We did it. We made it. We're okay.
Miss
Everyone
Whitfield.
please step off the elevator and proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion.
No need to worry, folks. We'll get everyone situated in your new home. Vault 111. A better future.
See now here, so I do get into scenarios and situations like this that I don't know. Should I be tracking Miss Whitfield and Mr. Russell? I don't know. I mean, we never talk to them. At least I don't think. Let's see if we actually talk to them or not.
Whoa.
Underground.
Actually, you know what I could do? Let's do this. Let's go. Shoot, man. For some reason, sometimes this gets a little funky. There we go. So now I'm just gonna go. Oops. Vault 111, that's our next location, right? Did I know I didn't look over that. There it is. No quest as of yet, no characters that we've talked to as of yet. So usually I do based on the characters when we talk to them. Voltec did the rep bad not having on the list to go in. Yeah, but I mean have we learned what has Voltec done that's good? That's one of the things that I love about this game. Are all the vaults and everything going on inside the vaults. Like Voltec does not do anything good. So yeah, the vaults were there for a reason, not for dudes like him. That's for sure. Not for dudes like him.
So we just...
Hey.
Yes, up the stairs.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I wanted to do. Let's come back. Oh no! All right, so that's fine. We're gonna do. Actually, let's do it this way. Just in case, at least I got it documented. If I want to look a name up, I can, and then I can add it. So at least it's there. But I generally only do people that we talk to.
Miss
Everyone,
Whitfield.
please step off the elevator and proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion. No need to worry, folks.
And name characters. Like I obviously don't do security guard, right?
Vault 111. A better future
Whoa.
underground.
So we just...
Hey.
Yes, up the stairs.
I can't believe it.
What's going on?
We left a minute later.
No. Don't get caught up thinking
Excuse
about that.
me.
You're safe now. Everyone, just head up these stairs and through the door there. Just this
I think he'd be moving. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you might want to be moving just slightly quicker. Nuclear bomb went off and everything. Whoa.
Because the kind of the part, the only reason I started doing this back in the day is because I wanted to see how things tracked, and especially if looking for commonalities between the different games, right? As in like McCready or Professor Lee? Professor Lee, right? Just kind of see how that kind of plays out. But you know, I mean, do we go this deep of a dive for like a Mr. Abel, Miss Whitfield, and Mr. Russell? Because maybe when we go back into a terminal, we might see the name in the terminal. Now, that's one thing I've never done. I've never tracked names in terminals. Like I said, I've really only tracked people that I've talked to. That's something to think about. That's something to think about. Yeah, see, then you can get down a rabbit hole with some of this stuff.
Step over to the table. Take a seat.
Okay, welcome. Pick up a suit right over there. Just step over to the table.
All right, I'm cutting in front of you.
Before we can take you further.
Take the suit, dude. Take it. Take it.
Direction
Take it.
follower, he is not.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Wait. Why is he not taking it?
He doesn't
There
want
we
the
go.
suit.
Take your suit. You'll need it.
He's not taking the
Assuming
suit.
he has it.
Feel right at home now.
Thanks. What now?
Just follow the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three. Follow me.
Hey, buddy.
See? This is our new home.
Oh, you're gonna love it here. This is one of our most advanced facilities. Not that the others aren't great, mind you. It's gone. Our home. Everything we had.
My mother and father down in D.C. Oh, God, honey. What if they didn't make it?
I know this is a difficult time, but Vault Tech will be with you every step of the way. You'll thrive here.
We've lost everything. Oh, God.
Oh, they had family in
These
D.C.
people need some space.
how long?
Yeah, I mean, that's
We'll
interesting.
be going over all that in orientation. Just a few medical items we have to get through first.
It's a good fit, don't you
Just
think?
checking everyone off the list as they come in.
Fashionable as well as comfortable.
Prepared for the future, right?
Such a lovely family you have. I hope you'll see this as your new home.
Thank you. I think.
Wait, who was Callahan? Was that the guy next to the doctor? Was that this guy?
Prepared for the future, right?
Such a lovely family you have. I hope you'll see this as your new home.
Thank you.
I guess it has to be. I must not have seen that and didn't even try to talk to him.
I think.
Just
Excuse me.
take your time. We've got
It'll
all
be
day.
okay. Mommy's right here. See?
Just step into the
Honey?
chamber.
Could you
Oh,
call
this
me?
all right.
Decontamination. It's already
It
frozen.
looks a little chilly. I must.
It's
say.
already frozen.
Sean's acting up.
Oh, I already started getting in.
The pod will decontaminate and depressurize you before we head deeper in the vault. Just relax.
Time for a whole new life.
Resident secure. Occupant vitals normal. Procedure complete. In 5.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw this scene. I mean, this was pretty cool. But again, I need to remind myself that I need to be looking into these, think about these things. I'm just kind of watching. I need to remember I need to be watching this, looking out for these things.
This is the one. Here. Open it. Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
Hey. I said, hey.
Let the boy go.
Nope, nope, up. Coming after you, punk. Coming after.
All right, so obviously we don't talk to him. They don't give his name as of yet. But I'm just gonna put it in there. How long is it? 2 G's? We can always change this later. I don't know if it's 1 G or 2 G's. We can always change it later. We're gonna add him. Oh yeah, Vault 111. Yep, we got that. And then we'll eventually get his full name in there. Still no quest, but he's in Vault 111. Did I click that? There we go. Oh, no, I need to go back. All right, and then putting Kellogg back in again, which he should be. All right, it's down a little further sometimes. All right. So there's that, and then I need to go back, and I need to go into Vault 111, right? I need to put Kellogg in here. Boom. But you see, you can see a little bit here as to how why putting them in multiple times, 2 times on each of their pages, because this kind of gives me a foolproof. Now I could just go through this, and this could be the way I do this. I'd just be like, oh, here it is. But I like having it sectioned out, organized by location, character, and if we get a faction and stuff like that. Instead of just having one big list right here, I like this does actually section it out a little bit. I'm also noticing I have some stuff in here that's not even pertinent right now. We'll have to kind of see how maybe end up taking some of that stuff out. So Kellogg right there, boom. All right, looking good.
After you.
Real quick, can anybody, does anybody remember the time frame between then and what we're going into? Does anybody remember the time frame? Didn't know you could hit the chamber? Yeah. You can hit it. I don't remember. I'm assuming it's probably the X button, although I'm not sure. But yeah. I was pounded away on that thing. I mean, we got his attention, right? We got his attention. But I have a feeling, obviously, we would have gotten the attention no matter what. There you go, Monsley. You get a big like for that, Monsley.
Out of time.
All right, first quest. First quest. I think I do that this way. So generally, what I tend to capitalize things the first time, and then after that I don't. I don't want to waste time. I don't need to waste time capitalizing stuff for the most part. And then, so right now I do have things broken down between main quest and side quests. I mean, I don't know how much that's needed, actually. It might be worth it at some point to just go back and put them all into one and then just rename it quest. But for the time being, we're gonna keep this. So Vault 111 is where we got the quest, right? Character wasn't really given to us by character, so I won't put anybody there, although you could maybe say Kellogg. We could maybe say Kellogg. But since we didn't talk to him, I'm not going to go with that. And then we need to come back into Vault 111. We need to put the quest in out of time. Vault-Tec rep. So these are all good. So all we had was the quest and then Vault 111, and then that's there. So maybe a subtitle could be out of time potentially. Could it be a potential subtitle for this?
Exit Vault 111.
200 years. Yep.
11. So I did not hear manual override for this time. Wow, this looks amazing.
Oh, God. Why would Vault-Tec do this? There has to be a release. Come on.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
I'll find who did this. And I'll get Sean back.
All right.
I promise.
We've got our wedding ring back. Close that back down and list, I guess. I don't know. Although, I guess if we leave it open, would he, in theory, not be able to thaw?
But he was shot.
Only one left.
Hello? Cryopod manual release override.
111 monitoring terminal.
So I have been. Let's go back. Keeping track of the different terminals also. Now, I don't put them into the database, but they're searchable in case I ever want to do something with them later. At least I know what episode they're in and basic and general location. Like right here, obviously, we know it's inside the vault.
111 monitoring terminal. Cryogenic array. Offline premature termination resulting in system failure. What? Premature termination? Isolated manual and remote overrides detected. Controls disabled. So the premature termination is just the manual override aspect, right? Life support. Offline. All right, same deal. Pod occupant status. Empty. Miss Callahan, Mr. Callahan, Mr. Abel, Mrs. Abel, Nate and Sean, infant. D, Mr. Russell. Can we click on these actually? Status unknown, remote override engaged. How about, what do we get status for Nate and Sean? Still unknown. I'm going to guess it's probably unknown for all of them. Oh, no. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's back up. You're empty. Now
Yeah, I never really thought of why is this first one empty? I don't know if I thought about that.
not applicable. Deceased. Cause of death, asphyxiation due to life support failure. So there we go. They all died except for, they're all registered as dead except for Nate, who actually got shot. Everyone else.
Yeah, so that I'm curious about too. Everyone died due to asphyxiation. Wow, not that hard. Besides Nate and Sean. So obviously we obviously, if you know the end story, you know the end story. But, and I'm not going to spoil in case anybody's watching for the first time. But yeah, interesting.
Else died to asphyxiation. Yeah. And of course, we are unknown. Interesting.
Why?
This one was the empty one.
Why did they do this?
All right, so we will be going through terminals. We'll be reading all this stuff, getting all the lore. I did not initially do that for all terminals back in the day, so there's going to be a lot to learn. Oh, it's
I
just
can't believe I have the
set.
question marker on right now. Why? How have I not turned that off? Oh, because we don't have a pit boy. We don't have a pit boy yet.
I assume this is the terminal for here. It is. Let's make sure everyone kind of died the same way. Asphyxiation. Asphyxiation. All right, this is probably going to be everyone except for us. Yeah. This is a different room. This room's kind of interesting. It's a little larger, but still actually larger, and although still less number of people. I don't like the sound of that. Inaccessible.
Malfunction in emergency exit door override. Please contact your Vault Tech maintenance representative for service.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, look at that guy.
All right, so I am playing on PS5, and with the update, it is 60 frames and performance is what we're looking at here.
How interesting is this? All right, so this is after the next gen update that came out a year and a half ago. And the reason why it's really interesting is because there was a lot of stuff that this next gen update broke within this game, especially when it came to mods. And then also remember this when the next gen update came out, when Bethesda released this next gen update, Fallout London was scheduled to release like around that same time. Like within like days or maybe like a couple weeks. And because it was breaking stuff, they decided to push it back, the release. And then they pushed the release back. I don't remember how long it was pushed back, but it got pushed back. But then that's why they were saying if you wanted to play Fallout London, you had to revert the game back to pre-next gen update, which is also why, because it became a big hassle on Steam. People didn't know how to do it or having issues with it, whatever it was. But then that's why GOG released the only version they were selling at the time, and I'm guessing it's still the same way, was the pre next gen update version. So what I did, because I had it on Steam, I already owned it on Steam, even though I never played it on computer. Never had a computer I could play it on. For whatever reason, I had it on Steam. I don't remember why. Maybe I bought it just to try it out at some point. I don't know. But that's why on GOG, they were selling the Game of the Year edition for like $15. I was like, instead of dealing with all this stuff, yeah, I'll just go over there. GOG, I'll buy it for $15. And then it's a fresh install of the pre next gen, and then good to go, and been, fingers crossed, good to go ever since. Now, there are concerns, because the reason why I bring this up, because November 10th, 5 days from now, Bethesda's doing another update. It's the anniversary edition that supposedly is supposed to be fixing all those things that they broke 18 months ago. It took them 18 months to fix this. A lot of the stuff. I got a buddy that he plays on PS5 with the creation mods. He can't play the game. It just crashes constant all the time. Not only does it crash like every couple hours, no, like he can't even play the game. It's just not even playable for him. So I'm a little concerned. I'm a lot concerned. I'm fine on PS5 with my PlayStation 4 playthrough. I should be fine because I'm not using any mods, no creation stuff at all. So I should be good. I don't know if it's going to force me to do the update, which would scare me. But I am still scared a little bit about the GOG and the Fallout London one, just because I'm scared of just anything with that game. I'm scared of touching any setting on that game at all. Even though we did just go from Survivor down to Hardcore so I can get rid of the Sleepwalker perk. But that's another story. That's another video. That's another whatever. That's a whole nother thing. So yeah, but that's why I've not done the most recent London update that has the DLC. I'm scared. I don't know enough about mods. I'm terrified that I'm going to break that. We're still playing on a couple updates ago. And then I think eventually once it's done, I'll do a fresh install with the updates and all that. And then we'll have to dive into the DLC at some point. But yeah, it's really interesting, the timing on all of this. And yeah, but it took them 18 months, a year and a half to go through and kind of fix some of that stuff. And even then, from what I understand, they're not even really fixing all of it. It's just some basic stuff, and then also stuff to help sell you more stuff. Monthly and stun a bunch on your to a point you get out of the vault and then it would run on the spot, not moving anywhere. I mean, was that the mod? Stuck in one spot mod? I like it. I know that's a bummer, man. That's a bummer.
You know we're gonna need like a.
I wasn't laughing at you or this at you, Bozzy. I was just laughing at the idea of moving around, can't move anywhere.
Ton of loot. Ooh, was there something about no security terminal?
But I don't know if I need to track this one. Just security terminal.
Security instruction.
You know what? We'll do it. We'll do it. And maybe at some point I do create another field, and it's maybe it is terminals, and then we can put it in there, and then I can kind of somehow either kind of condense what's being said, or I'm sure there's wikis that have all the stuff that I could just copy and paste if I want. Mods and creation stuff.
Security eyes only violation VTP 111 is designed.
Dude, they're really screwing up a lot of that stuff. They're really screwing up a lot of that stuff, and it's sad, and it's hard to see that that's Bethesda doing that. It's a big bummer, man. It's a big bummer.
To test the long-term effects of suspended animation on unaware human subjects. Security staff are responsible for maintaining installation integrity and monitoring science staff activity. Under no circumstances are staff allowed to deviate from assigned duties. Insubordination or interference with vault operations are capital offenses. Security staff are authorized to use lethal force. Operations Protocol Manual. Resident admittance. Upon activation notice from Vault Tech, all personnel are required to report to the entry area and assist with admittance of Vault residents. Security personnel will maintain order and ensure that no personnel or residents attempt to evacuate the vault. Research staff will be responsible for resident intake and escort each to the designed cryogenic pod. So obviously everything we just experienced. Residents not accounted for in the manifest should be asked to step aside and detained forcefully by security if necessary. Once all residents have been sealed into their preservation chambers, dispose of any detainees. Oh, dispose. How did that happen? Vault entryway must remain sealed under any circumstances. So what is the circumstance that allows it to open? Staff duties. Science staff. Members of the research team must daily monitor the vital signs of cryogenically preserved residents. Cardiopulmonary and cognitive activity in particular must be recorded hourly. Life-saving intervention is only permitted if greater than 80% of the resident population has perished while in cryogenic suspension and must not interrupt suspension. So they all died, so more than 80 are gone. And especially, what was there, like a total of, I'm guessing 10 people, 12? Independent research is encouraged and left to overseer discretion. Security personnel.
Yeah, so it's interesting. They had a pod for everyone in that neighborhood, right? Or was that neighborhood bigger? That neighborhood had to have been bigger than just the number of pods that we saw down there. That was something that always kind of threw me off, is just the number of pods didn't make sense to me.
Patrols are to be carried out on a constant 8-hour rotation. Security priorities include monitoring for signs of intrusion, checking for atmosphere leaks, settling disputes among personnel, enforcement of regulations set forth by the overseer, enforcement of regulations sent forth by Vault Tech. Oops. And facility services and maintenance. Due to the nature of Vault 111, personnel will be expected to perform duties outside of the normal qualifications, such as janitorial duties and food preparation. The exact distribution of these roles is left to overseer discretion.
Oops.
Yeah, so basically they have a small staff. Everyone's got to do everything. All clear and evacuate. Oh, here we go. All clear message. Following a nuclear event, Vault Tech will monitor hazards such as radiation levels, enemy invasion, subsequent attacks, and other factors. Once conditions are deemed safe, this terminal will receive an all-clear notice. Upon receiving the all-clear notice, Vault Tech personnel may be evacuated at overseer discretion. Disregard any notices from organizations or individuals not associated with Vault Tech, including government and military. Residents are not to be disrupted or evacuated. Vault Tech will attend to their needs remotely once Vault 11 staff has been evacuated. Oh. So the staff gets to leave, but the residents do not. That's interesting. And then Vault Tech
That is actually
the ones that are
when the bombs drop, why would the staff leave? They're in a vault. Why would they leave? And then where did they leave to? And was the military forcing them out? Yeah, I don't know.
They're deeming safe, and this terminal will actually be the one to tell them that. Mandatory shelter period. Classified as a short-term assignment, non-resident personnel are expected to carry out research duties and basic maintenance of the vault while awaiting the all-clear signal to evacuate. In the absence of all-clear message from Vault Tech, the overseer may elect to evacuate staff after a mandatory shelter period of 180 days of containment. Under no circumstance may Vault 111 staff evacuate during the shelter period, unless receiving the all-clear message from Vault Tech. So even if the all-clear was like 3 days later, they still needed to wait 180 days. I think that's what we're seeing there. And security logs. October 23, 2077. God, it finally happened. The world's over. Barely got all the residents inside. Not everyone made it. Now it's just us and the icebergs. I don't get it. Eggheads try to explain to me that keeping them frozen is a big experiment. For a better future, for something? I don't know. It just doesn't seem right that we were smiling at them all that time before putting them on ice. Shouldn't we have told them something? Yeah, kind of. So October 23, 2077, day the bombs dropped. Christmas, a month later. Christmas Underground got together with the rest of the security boys and support staff and had a little party. Best gift that got handed out was a fancy lad snake cake that wasn't too stale. Another scientist came. Overseer wasn't there either. I just don't get them. they hiding something from us? Another company secret only for the higher ups? Whatever, just a few months until the all clear is supposed to come through. Then we can start rebuilding. So at least this person is thinking it's only going to be a short few months. And then, yeah, the scientist and the overseer didn't want to party with these guys. So is it delineation of groups, or, yeah, is there something else going on?
James, hey buddy, welcome on in over there on Twitch. Good to see you, James. Thank you much. Thank you much. Yeah, and obviously we saw at least one inaccessible door. So obviously that could be leading to many, many places. So there could have been more pods. Also, that could be where the scientists are and whatnot.
March of the following year. Only a few weeks left in our mandatory shelter period. Everyone's getting stir crazy. Some people are even saying the all clear signal is never coming. Oh, so the all clear, or so the mandatory 180 was just at least 180. It's not 180 days after the all clear. We can't stay here much longer, that's for sure. It's not just the fact that I've been staring at the same break room and bunk bed for over 6 months. It's the fact that we only have enough food left for another few months tops. Overseer keeps telling me everyone to be patient, focus on work. He's definitely keeping us out of the loop. Something bad is going on, I just know it. And April. Main door accessing the vault exit is malfunctioning. Now the only way out is through the Overseer's evacuation tunnel. How convenient for him. He has one of the science team watching the door into his office at all times for a little makeshift checkpoint. Got invited to a meeting tonight. Support staffers and security only. Sounds like I'm not the only one with an axe to grind. Support staff and security only, okay. And then last entry. No all clear from Vault Tech is coming. We need to leave. We're all but out of food. I almost murdered Stanley for dropping a damn salt cracker on the floor. Handful of us confronted the overseer about opening the vault. Never knew a man that small could shout that loud. Now he's locked himself in his office along with the rest of the science staff. We're supposed to hand over any food, weapons, and medicine we have by tonight, or there's going to be consequences. Talk to everyone, it's time. One way or another, we're getting out of this vault. So I'm guessing he was trying to get all their stuff, and then he was just going to wait them out. Oh, what do we hear in the TV show? The best weapon is time? That's what that dude...
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Or I just need to refresh. So James, when you say missed it, did you not get the notification? Is that what you're referring to? That's unfortunate. Now, there was something I did at the beginning of the stream that I don't think affected because it didn't do anything to Jelly because Jelly was here right at the start. But I'm using a different chat thing on my end, and there was a setting that said reset Twitch. And it said something about kicking everyone out that's not a moderator. Jelly was still there, so I don't know. I don't think that has anything. If you didn't get a notification, I don't think that has anything to do with it. But I also set up all of the streams in each, like Kick and Twitch, differently this time than the way I have done it. But he still should have gotten it when we went live. I'm assuming because Jelly was in right away. Maybe it's just a freak Twitch thing.
He was trying to do.
But yeah, the greatest weapon is time. I remember that in the first season. Oh, that I love the show so much.
It's exactly what that guy was trying to do. All right, so that block, but it doesn't hold. And then that's swing. That's a power swing. All right. What you got, punk? What you got, punk? Oh, all right.
Giant roaches. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah, how terrifying would that be? Take those. We're gonna need the pencil. Rec terminal. Overseer memo. Remember, use of the recreation terminal is a privilege. If work performance declines, this privilege may be revoked. easily or enjoy responsibly. Top 10. Rick, Tim, TGM, yeah, the first two are kind of names, and then that gets considerably worse each time. Play tape. Red Menace. Oh, I used to play the heck out of Donkey Kong back in the day. How high can you get? Alright, so that's jump.
I don't remember how poorly I did in this.
I like the power armor helmet over
Oh.
there. Oh, all right.
Oh, sorry. So, first of all, James, hopefully everything's all right with your sis. Hopefully everything is all right. But you had Twitch up ready to go before you had to leave, and it looked like the stream already finished. Oh, okay. Just a loading stream. Oh, okay. So you had it up before you left, and then, yeah, I don't think I didn't have to restart it. So yeah, it must be something a little funky. But again, hopefully everything's all right with your sister, man. Man, positive thoughts out there, man, for sure. Just bronchitis? Should we do? Okay, all right, cool. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
All right. Oh, all right. Oh, we can land on him. I don't think the Menace liked that one. All right, looks like the floor's moving on this. Now, how powerful is that floor? Oh, you're just gonna go back and forth. Oh, the floor keeps changing direction with the ball. Okay. What is the power
I don't know if I noticed the power armor helmet there.
Is he just kind of watching? Oh, that ladder on the right goes up and down. I'm starting to think this conveyor does not change direction.
See, now Bethesda needs to put out this game. Why not put this game out?
Oh, that's a tough jump.
Take Red Menace and play it on your travels in the Commonwealth?
Ooh,
Yeah, for sure.
Do?
Yeah, why don't they not put this game out?
Oh, is this kind of
even
like
if it's just a mobile game?
Wow, it's kind of weird actually getting all the way up. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Oh, is that supposed to drop this Menace? Or no, it cuts him. It cuts him off. Is that what happens?
Oh, although, are you supposed to drop those on top of them? Yeah, I'm starting to think that's probably what you're supposed to do there.
Late. All right, one last try. You know what? Let's just get going. Let's just get going. That is definitely a rabbit hole right
there. Did I not take the tape? I don't think I took it.
Is there like a health kit around here or something?
So, Maudsley, I'm not able to play it throughout the Commonwealth.
Stim packs in it? I don't see it. All right, might want to avoid that. Oh, you look like a biggin. Oh, wait, was there another one, or did you get me from long distance? I think you might have actually got me from long distance.
Has anybody done a melee run?
Read.
In Fallout?
What happened here? Where is everyone?
That's not sure how I'm feeling about the power attack. It's a little too slow. Is this safe? Oh, we can fill the bottles, but is it safe? Did we get any health from that? Oh, we are.
Drink up and fill up.
A little bit, a little bit.
How many bottles did I pick up?
Might as well fill those up.
Not bad. A good start.
Oh, there's stim packs. Nice. Ammo. 10 mil. All right, there's our 2 weapons.
But real quick, like...
A little bit.
Wish I had better control over this. Kind of actually I kind of want to
fill those up.
Kind of makes me want to watch this in DaVinci Resolve. But like, look how great that looks. Look how amazing that looks. You got the lighting, you got the shadows from the lights, the desk, all kind of beaten up, worn down. But just the way that desk looks, this whole scene right here is very, very cool. It just stands out. James always went ranged, usually with the stealth focus too. That's generally the way I play pretty much every single game. All right, so here's kind of my play style for pretty much every single game. I did deviate in Ghost of Tsushima though. It's always stealth until all hell breaks loose, and then I run like a punk, and then it's chaos. That's pretty much every single game. Try and do stealth as long as I can until I screw it up. And then it's just a mismatch of just complete chaos. That's my playstyle. Now, Tsushima, I did get to a point in Tsushima though, how much I was enjoying that game and that combat in that game, that I eventually just started just bum rushing pretty much. I think pretty much everything towards the end. That game was just special for something like that for me. But yeah, I mean, look how good this looks.
Oh, there's stim packs. Nice.
Look at that. Look at that. I don't know, man. For whatever reason, that just sticks out to me. For whatever reason, it does.
Nice. Ammo. 10 mil. All right, there's our 2 weapons. Requires terminal. Oh, stim pack and bobby pin. Bobby pins.
That's another thing. I love being able to loot those mirrors. I don't know what it is. I love being able to loot the mirrors. When a game doesn't let me loot a mirror, I'm sad.
These are huge. Ooh, that's huge. So if not mistaken,
nice.
You don't have the level to do this yet.
Coming back later for you.
I've never tried it, but I think if you bring dog meat back in here, you can just say dog meat, grab that, and then you can get it.
Can anybody confirm that? Does anyone know if that's true?
Everything in here. Overseer's terminal.
So we are here.
Overseer instructions. Vault 111's design. All right, is this the same? Yeah, this is the same thing. Yep. Oh, wait, there was something at the bottom that was different. Insubordination or attempts to evacuate prematurely are capital violations. Unused cryogenic pods are the preferred method for cadaver disposal.
Whoa.
Oh. The cryolator, that's that
That's
gun.
interesting.
Long dream making cryogenic freezing available in portable on-demand form. Cryolator is my latest attempt. Thankfully, we're in no short supply of the chemicals and components I need to tinker with the prototype. It's a nice way to occupy the time as we wait for the all-clear signal. I think we already read this. Yep, we read all those. Overseer's log. Preparations. Final staff orientation is complete. All but a few of the residents down in Sanctuary Hills have been enrolled. Several from Concord as well. Vault Tech supervisors came up this week to do a technical review with me. This vault is ready to open. Can only imagine what wonders our residents will get to witness. The notion of leaping forward in time. I almost wish I could join them and see the promise of our future realized. All right, October 23rd, bomb drop day. It's happened. We were lucky that most of the staff were nearby. I think this is the same. Oh no, maybe it's not. We were lucky that most of the staff was nearby when the early warning came through. We had less notice than expected, but only Nordhagen was missing when we sealed the entrance.
Oh.
Oh, that's a person. Okay. Resident admittance went smoothly. Everyone made it, even the family that waited until the last minute. That would be us. I was worried there would be more suspicion, but things happened so fast for these people. They must have been too overwhelmed to question the cryogenic pods. I did say it looked a little frozen, a little chilly, for sure.
So Nordhagen, so there's somebody that didn't even make it. I wonder, I know we don't find a skeleton or anybody in, at least I don't remember, I don't think we did, in Sanctuary. But I wonder if there's, yeah, that's pretty interesting. And it's also, unless I overlooked it, but it would be kind of weird for them to not have that out there. That's one of the great things about Bethesda, like I talked about in that Vein stream last week. One of the great things I love about Bethesda is their environmental storytelling. That was a great opportunity right there. And it might be out there and I just never noticed it also.
Sure. Oops. System malfunction. Strange issue today with Pod C3. Subject appeared to be having heart palpitations. Nothing life-threatening but unusual. We realized almost too late that the pod was malfunctioning. Cryogenic array almost started thawing her out. We're not sure, but I suspect that a hiccup in Vault-Tech's remote override systems may have sent an errant signal. We'll have to keep an eye out. I only hope their systems are reliable once we evacuate the staff.
Interesting.
That was us, right? I didn't pay attention to what pod we were in, actually.
Yeah, interesting once you know the ending.
Low. There's been no all-clear signal yet, even though we're nearing the end of the 100-day mandatory shelter period. Supplies were never intended to last much more than that, and despite my best efforts, people are beginning to question what we're doing down here. People think we can just leave when the 100 days are up. They're insane. The radioactive exposure would still be potent enough to fry everyone if the vault seals are breached that early. The whole point of the all-clear was to receive additional instructions from the main office. I don't know what to do. I can't open the vault. I can't expect our supplies to last forever. I just have to keep everything under control until the all-clear. And mutiny. Faction led by the security personnel, so we learned about this meeting, right? Have turned on me, demanding they be allowed to leave the vault. Idiots, I will not open the door to be irradiated to death out there. Consolidating the remaining supplies, putting the staff on lockdown, we're gonna have to start prioritizing who deserves what little food we have left. I've been too damn generous with the rations. People don't like it, well, that's fewer mouths to feed. And then putting them in the cryopods to get rid of the cadavers, right? Open evacuation tunnel. Right now, all staff be orderly and follow shutdown protocols before exiting and resealing. Please maintain all staff records and research. Report to your local Vault-Tech superiors for debriefing and further instruction. All right, so we have 118 rounds. Look at that bad boy. Wait, bring it back out. Look at that bad boy. I think I do still want to try and be... Oh, all right, so that's VATS.
Wait. How are we doing VATS? How's VATS a thing right now? We don't have Pip-Boy yet.
Bring it, little one. The little one brought it. But not... Whoa! All right. That one got me. I didn't see that one at all.
All right, there potentially could be a little something there. Let's see. Let me do. So what we're at 45:56. How do I want to do Rad Roach? Bye.
Oh, bring it, little one. Bring it, little one. The little one brought it. But not. Whoa!
Dude came from out of nowhere.
That one got me. I didn't see that one at all. Oh, that was scary. I was making fun of the little guy. All right, taking you down. Oh, hey, buddy.
Is this all
That
that's
might have been the
left?
first time I got a successful block in, or I even tried to block.
Did anyone get out?
Well, it doesn't look like anyone's alive in here, that's for sure.
Could you imagine wearing that on your wrist? Dude, there's tons of people that don't even like wearing a watch.
Copyright 2075. All right, that's just a lot of mumbo jumbo. Initiating. Boom.
So
screenshot.
2 years
All right,
before
so
the
we
bombs
are
dropped.
it. We
The
are
software.
it. So if we take a look. Look at, there's all that water. Oh, beautiful. Loving it. Loving it. Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Vault door cycling sequence initiated. Please stand back.
And
That's
this,
so cool.
this
I mean,
again,
the opening of vault doors is so cool.
right there. Yep.
Hear this.
I love watching the opening of vault doors. In case you haven't watched it, Adamfall got a full playthrough on the channel. Adamfall does a great job of vault door openings.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Can we go in here? Oh, we can. Oh, what have we got in here?
And of course, one of my favorite things in gaming is
Wait, this is. Oh, this is where I came out. Did I see? Yeah, I saw you.
the vault exit. I love those. Although Bethesda does tend to kind of ruin them.
We went through there. This was
They
that
tease
one
them too
door that
much.
was
They show it before the
inaccessible.
game even comes out, and then
So, is
so I don't like that.
because we opened the vault door.
And then, especially with later games, as soon as you come out, like I know Fallout 3 is a big, a big example of this, and I'm pretty sure New Vegas is also. Nowadays, when you exit, all the DLC pops up, man, and it ruins it. It absolutely ruins it for new people. It's a bummer. Let that DLC pop a little later, but you just spend the first 30 seconds of that enjoying the best part in gaming for me. And it's all these pop-ups. You got this new deals, this new side mission, this new side mission, this new side. It just ruins it, man. I wish they delayed that a little bit.
Finished. Yep, we're good.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
So good though. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. That is episode 1, y'all. That is episode 1. So you get a bit of an idea of what we're doing here, right? So obviously this is only one episode. But usually I don't have this many notes. Usually most of the stuff is an entry in here. The description what I'll do is I've been taking I've actually kind of probably need to rename this to tags, and then type out all these individually as a tag to add to that specific video. I've started doing that. We know for this title we're not going to change the title. War never changes. But if I do go back and want to change the actual thumbnail, which actually I probably should do anyways because I think it has the old logo. Yeah. It's right down here. It has the old logo. What is it even on there? It might be in the lower right-hand corner. And it does not have the blue border. It has the yellow. But this was the little banner that I was talking about that I've started adding, and this is what the subtitle has been. Right, so I might do that. I might do that where we change that up. We'll see. But so just the general idea of what we're looking to do here is if we so again, but we don't have a ton of stuff. So thinking, I mean, if we just click on out of time, we just know that we got this in Vault 111, and that's all. That's all we know for right now. But the important piece is right here. It lets me know that in episode 1, I dealt with this mission, right? I dealt with this mission. So then if I want to come back and ultimately I want to do a video that is just this mission, then I know which videos. So as we build this out, this will eventually say episode 2, episode 3. So whatever it is, whatever it ends up being in. So that's that. And then if we go Sanctuary Hills, again, it's kind of building all this stuff out. And again, the important piece is I know what video this information's in, so I can go back and pull it, and then use it. And I'm probably not going to do much on locations, but I definitely will bequest some characters, especially the companions. I want to be able to do videos on those guys, on all those companions. But who knows? Who knows what ends up coming out of it? But this is the general idea of what this series is all about. We're going to start with Fallout 4. And the main focus is going to be Fallout 4 to start with, and then we might start getting Fallout London in there a little bit. So in case someone's just coming in, if you want to know the full detail of what we're looking to do, the first like 20-30 minutes is actually walking through the full process. And I get it. It's a lot. It might be a little different, but we'll go through at the beginning of each of these episodes, at least for a bit. Kind of describing it, right? Kind of describing it, making sure everyone's aware of what we're doing, because there might be people popping in at any given time, right? So we'll definitely be doing that. But yeah, this is all so I can come back and literally mine more content out of the information, or out of the content that I already have. We saw earlier all the playlists, 2,500 videos on the channel. I can go back and pull stuff out of. And then, but I do think we are going to start with Fallout 4 because of season 2 of the show will be in mid to late December. Again, I think people are going to have will play Fallout 4 more than London. He's more easily accessible, but we are going to want to be getting London in there also. We are going to be wanting to do that. So the main things I'm looking for are shorts, potential shorts, whether it ends up being a short or not. Whether it is or not, I'll make a note, and I'll go back and take a look at it, and I'll decide if we want to make it that way. And then also, what was I? Oh, tips and tricks. So like Maudsley mentioned earlier, if you see anything, not only throughout this series, but even in future stuff, right? Whenever I'm streaming or there's a new video that comes out or something, if you see something, you're like, oh, that would be a really cool short. I think that'd be kind of neat. Or that would be a cool tip or trick video for you to do. Let me know. Let me know some way, somehow, and then we can see what I can do around that, right? Yeah, because I'm the reason why I got away from that, like I said earlier, is because I'm kind of bad at thinking that some of that stuff needs to be made. I'm thinking if I know it, if this fool knows it, then I'm thinking everyone else knows it, which I know is wrong. It's not a good mindset. Especially as more new people come into this with the TV show interest, it's definitely not. That's not the way it works. So I need to get out of that mindset for sure, 100%. So this one. So I think we're just gonna do just the one. Yeah, see something, say something, without a doubt. And that's why I'm also gonna be asking the same thing in Vane, because I know someone mentioned the other day there's not a lot of Vane tutorials out there or tips or tricks. So, but for that exact same reason, I'm looking for ideas in Vane, right? So it doesn't matter what game it is or whatever. Just see something, say something, be greatly appreciated for sure. And then also, kind of I've talked about this a couple times too, and I did talk about at the beginning. Right now, this is the schedule, right? Right now, this is our schedule. But once we get flowing into this, and I get more proficient in doing some of these things, and it becomes more second nature, because right now it is going to start off slow. It is going to start off slow because it's different things that I haven't done, and I don't really know like the most proficient efficient way to do a lot of this stuff. Some of it's going to require doing voiceovers, on top of gameplay and stuff like that. So I don't know what I don't know at this point. So it is going to be slow to start, but it's something we need to get going on the channel to get more diverse content on the channel. But as I was saying earlier, though, as I get more efficient with it, as it becomes more second nature, then we can go back to adding more actual streams. Because I love the streams. I absolutely love the streams. I adore the streams because it's so much fun playing along with you guys and having you guys there in the chat to kind of hang out with. I love that. And I never really thought that once I started doing the streaming, I never thought that would have been the case. But that for sure is the case. And so much so that even now, just the other day, I was recording like either Fallout 4 or London. And I'm looking at the camera like I'm looking to talk to you guys. I'm looking to talk to you guys because it's just become second nature, right? And it's the fun aspect. And when I look over and there's no chat there, I just see my Audacity thing, right? I don't see a chat. And I'm like, oh, it's a little boring. Obviously it's not boring. I'm still playing a video game, but you missed out on that little aspect for sure. So the main goal is to get back to adding more of those stream days back. But right now, I think just for at least a little bit until I can kind of nail this down, it becomes second nature. And then that's also why the streams are going to be about 3 hours a piece. So again, I can go back through that stuff, right? I need to be able to go back through that stuff. But once we get through over this big hump, right, the learning curve, we'll be able to expand those even longer and then add more days back. Because I'm telling you right now, I already know it's going to be hard for me to limit Vane and Arc Raiders and Abiotic Factor to only 3 hours when we have been playing those for like 8 to 10 hours at a time. It's going to be hard for me to limit that to 3 hours. But I kind of need to so that I can go back and go through all that video and see what I can find that we can make content out of. So yeah, that's the goal of the series. That's what we're looking to do. So hopefully you guys, like I said, come along. If you've never played Fallout 4, if you never watched Fallout 4, I thought this would be an interesting way to watch this series and actually any other series, together. I think it'd be kind of interesting. So that's why I will throw out a little bit of a caveat out there, and I need to remember this to throw this out the next episode tomorrow or the next stream tomorrow. There might be times where I get a little locked in because I need to remind myself I'm not just watching, right? I'm not just here just having fun watching. I need to be looking out for all these things, right? I need to be looking out for potential shorts, potential screenshots that I can use. That would be cool to post up someplace. Potential tips and tricks, potential whatever. I need to be looking with that stuff, and I'm getting on that mindset during editing to be able to do that. Although I'm not 100%, you still kind of waver from time to time, but I'll lock it in. But there might be times throughout this that I do that also. So if that's the case, just know that's what I'm doing. I'm obviously not ignoring you guys, but that might happen from time to time. But yeah, I think this was a good start. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to see what we can get out of this, and looking forward to spending some time with you guys and actually just watching it. It is kind of interesting watching instead of playing. But I still got to keep the mind. I still got to keep the mind on the business aspect, right? Of making sure we're finding this stuff for sure. So, but once again, thank you guys. Yeah, we're just going to do the one episode today since there was the long intro of kind of walking through the process. But I'll go through that at the beginning of each stream so that everyone's aware of what we're trying to do here because I think it is a little different. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. So that's another thing. So tomorrow will be 6 p.m. But that's another thing I was starting to think also. Especially if these do take a little bit longer, because if I'm pausing and talking and then we're doing all the work, it is going to be longer than what the actual video is. But if it does end up where they are taking a little bit longer, which I'm not against, that's fine. If you guys chat, I love that. Again, I love that. Love to see you chatting. But if that is, we might end up starting these a little earlier than 6 p.m. Maybe like a 5 p.m. or a 4 p.m. or maybe even a 3 p.m. I don't know. But it just kind of depends on how, look at this one. This episode was supposedly, this was a 50-minute episode. So this was a little bit of a longer start. And I do tend to start the first episode, try and get it around an hour. But you see like episode 170 was only 32 minutes. So the shorter ones. This was a longer one to begin with, but I'm rambling again. Like I do. I apologize, guys. All right. That is it. We're going to call that. We will see you tomorrow. It will still be 6 p.m. tomorrow, though. And the plan is we'll try and do 2 episodes tomorrow so we can get through that. But thank you once again. Appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. And also, do not ever forget that y'all are phenomenal.